Okay, yes. Now can you hear my voice? Is it clear now?
I'm breaking little bit.
Still breaking. Hmm.
You can speak, ma'am. Now we can hear.
Okay. So, yes, please, what was your question? Can you please repeat your question once? What was your question?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I was asking that when food is injected, that digestion, food plus digest some lipid digestion via lingual lipase. That lingual lipase meaning what is the function? Could not get it.
Okay, okay.
Lingual lipase.
Okay, lingual lipase, whenever you see like these lipase and things like uh, some enzymes are, mm, I cannot remind the name of enzymes right now. So enzymes are named like this: lipase, proteinase, and kinase.
Okay. Means
This,
lingual lipase means one of enzyme's name. Am I right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
So cholecystokinase. So this kind of name are uh, depicting enzymes. Okay. Now lingual lipase. Lipase means it is the lipase is an enzyme to break down lipid. Okay. And here comes lingual lipase. So lingual lipase is lingual because it is produced in mouth only. The name of this lipase is lingual lipase because it is produced in mouth only. That is why it is known as lingual lipase. And some of the lipids are broken down in mouth with the help of this lingual lipase. Is it clear? Any more doubt?
No, ma'am, it's clear, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So we have completed pancreas yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me show you.
Clearly function.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We are able to see in your screen, but ma'am, voice is breaking.
Let me go outside. Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am, let's see.
Now I cannot do anything more than this. I'm out of my room. Okay, let's start. Okay, so today we'll start from liver. The liver is the largest gland in the body, weighing between 1 and 2.3 kg. Okay, so liver is the largest gland in the body, and its weight is almost 1 kg to 2.3 kg. The liver is located in the upper right hand portion of abdominal cavity. Means if we divide our abdominal region into left and right, then the liver is located at the right side and at the upper right side, when just below the diaphragm, liver is present at the right side of our body. So beneath the diaphragm and on top of stomach, right kidney and intestine. So it is located on the top of stomach, not just as a cap of stomach. It's not like that. Stomach is located at the left side and liver is located at the right side. But if we check the position, then position of liver is a little bit higher than stomach. So on that is why it is written on the top of stomach, and right kidney and all the intestines. Shaped like a cone, the liver is a dark reddish brown organ. So liver is shaped like a cone, means it is a triangle shaped, not exactly like cone, but is somewhat similar like cone, and it is triangular in shape, and the color of liver is dark reddish brown. Now my voice is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope you understood the structure of liver.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there are two distinct sources that supply blood to liver, including the following. Oxygenated blood flows in the form of hepatic artery, and nutrition rich blood flows in the hepatic portal vein. Okay, so two distinct sources supply blood to liver. Generally what happens, one source is enough for the other portion of body, but in case of liver we can see two distinct sources are supplying liver. That one is oxygenated blood and one is nutrition rich blood. Oxygenated blood by hepatic artery and nutrition rich blood by hepatic portal vein. The liver consists of two main lobes. Both are made up of 1,000 lobules, small lobes. These lobules are connected to small ducts that connect with larger ducts to form the common hepatic duct. So just like these, we have seen the same thing in pancreas. Different cells, means different lobules are connected with small ducts, and those small ducts are then connected to the uh, main hepatic duct, just like pancreas. The common hepatic duct transport the bile made by liver cells to gallbladder and duodenum via the common bile duct. So what is happening? From each and every lobule, the bile juice is getting collected by small ducts, and those small ducts are being collected by the common main hepatic duct, and that common hepatic duct is carrying all those bile juices to gallbladder. Okay, the gallbladder is storing the bile juices, and when needed, it releases that bile juice into duodenum through hepatopancreatic duct. Right? We have already discussed yesterday hepatopancreatic duct. Right? Liver and pancreas releasing their juices in the intestine. Here you can see a complete picture how they are located. You can see the shape and size and location of liver, location of gallbladder, green colored small organ, that is gallbladder, You can see stomach. Just behind the stomach, spleen is present. Spleen is a very important organ in case of lymphatic system or defense mechanism of body. And you can see here pancreas. Pancreas is present and means head of pancreas is present in the curve of small intestine, that is duodenum, and it is located just behind the stomach. So the tail of a pancreas is going behind the stomach. That is why it is shown like this here in the picture. Means if you imagine that stomach is transparent, that is why you can see the pancreas behind the stomach. Okay, see here, this is the head of pancreas and it is going like this. Okay, and here you can see uh, these green colored ducts are collecting green colored ducts are collecting bile juices from every lobule of liver, and they are getting collected to common hepatic duct, this one, and they are stored into gallbladder, and when needed gallbladder releases them to this hepatopancreatic duct, and they release that to here in small intestine. Same thing by pancreas. Okay, now functions of liver. Main function of liver, that is produce bile juice which help carry away waste and break down fats in small intestine during digestion. So what does bile juice do? Bile juice play a very important role in digestion of fat in small intestine. So production of certain proteins for blood plasma like albumin, globulin and blood clotting factors are also done by liver. Okay. So secondary functions are production of proteins like albumin, globulin and blood clotting factors. All these proteins are of blood plasma, means everything albumin protein, globulin protein and blood clotting factors are for blood plasma only. Then conversion of excess glucose into glycogen for storage, and this glycogen is converted into ATP when it is needed, and to balance to balance and make glucose as needed. Means when we eat, uh, our food is broken down into simplest form of each nutrients, and the nutrient carbohydrate is broken down into glucose and stored in liver in the form of glycogen. Okay, so it is stored in the form of glycogen in the liver, and when we need the energy, then this glycogen further breaks into glucose. Okay, as like we have eaten the whole day, and in the evening we are going for some physical training, or we are going from for some physical work which are going to burn our calorie. At that time we take energy from liver. As liver is storing glycogen, those glycogen will break down into glucose and we will get energy. Okay, and next is conversion of poisonous ammonia to urea. So urea is an end product of protein metabolism and is excreted in the urine. So our body also produces ammonia, and in some other processes, means ammonia is byproduct. Byproduct means like when any reaction occurs, any chemical reaction occurs, sometimes we see that there is a final result and some other results are also produced, just like in photosynthesis. I hope you all are familiar with photosynthesis. What happens in photosynthesis? uh, Carbon dioxide plus water plus sunlight, they meet and they undergo through a chemical reaction, and they produce oxygen and heat and oxygen, I think. So oxygen and heat, these are they produce food for tree, and as a byproduct of that solution, of that reaction, we get oxygen. So oxygen, the main product was food for plants, and oxygen here is the byproduct. Means in that reaction we are getting that product also. So ammonia is a byproduct of so many reactions in our body. So ammonia is not good for our body. So that poisonous ammonia is converted into urea by liver only. So when it is converted into urea, then our body can excrete that urea through urine. Okay, so liver is having such important function. Even it is not uh, completed, some other functions are also there, like clearing the blood of drugs and other poisonous substances, break down erythrocytes, and removing bacteria from bloodstream. So what is liver doing? It is clearing the blood of drugs. Means if drugs are present in blood, then means poisonous drugs are present. Any unwanted substance which is not good for our health, good for our body, that poisonous substances are removed from bloodstream by liver. And breakdown of erythrocytes and removing bacteria from bloodstream. So erythrocytes are the another name for anyone? Anyone knows what is erythrocytes? Yes. Anyone was trying to say something? Okay. No problem. Erythrocytes are the name, another name for red blood cells, RBC. So, breakdown of erythrocytes and removing bacteria from bloodstream is also done by liver. Next is clearance of bilirubin from red blood cell via bile. When the liver has broken down harmful substances, its byproducts are extracted into the bile or blood. Bile byproducts enter the intestine and leave the body in the form of feces. Blood byproducts are filtered by kidneys and leave the body in the form of urine. So here it is explained that how poisonous or how unwanted or waste materials are being extracted from body. In mass amount, we have seen that body is extracting the unwanted things by either feces or urine. Very few amount we have seen. There's a lot of poisonous amount are also extracted from sweating and our exhalation, but we have not seen the majority. But we don't know actually. We will know all these things in excretory system. So here it is explained how feces and urine are excreting the waste material. So let's get the concept once again. When the clearance of bilirubin is done from red blood cells via bile, means what happens? We all know that lifespan of red blood cells are, anyone? It is 120 days. Okay.
150
Life,
days.
yes, very good. So 120 days is the lifespan of RBC. So after that 120 days, what happens to those RBC? They are converted into bilirubin. So bilirubin is of yellow color. Bilirubin is of yellow color. And when bilirubin gets high in our body, what happens? If you know, this is a common question. Bilirubin is of yellow color, and if bilirubin gets higher in the body, then what happens? Anyone?
Ma'am, if bile juice is more in or bilirubin is in the body, you're asking what happens, no?
No, no, I am
Jaundice.
asking. Yes, very good. I was asking that if the amount of bilirubin gets higher in our body, then what happens? It is a sign
Jaundice,
of
ma'am.
jaundice. Yes, it is a sign of jaundice. In jaundice, bilirubin gets higher. So, what is bilirubin? When the red blood cells are mm, completing its lifespan, then they are converted into bilirubin. So, bilirubin is of yellow color, and when the liver breaks down harmful substances, its byproducts are extracted into bile or blood. Means when liver is cleaning all the blood and all the waste materials, then the waste materials go out from blood either by bile or by blood. Okay, either by bile or by blood. So if it is going out with bile, then it goes to small intestine, as we have already discussed that bile is going to small intestine. So when it is going to small intestine, it is going to our digestive tract. So it is entering our digestive tract. So the it will go out of the body with the stool, as the necessary materials will be absorbed in small intestine and the unwanted materials will be making stool in large intestine and it will go out from the body. And what happens to those materials which are mixed with blood and going out from liver? So, blood is going to kidney for filtering it. Right? Blood is going to kidney for filtration. So, kidney will remove all the toxins of blood and it will make urine. Right? So, thus, all the toxins extracted in the liver either getting extracted by bile or by blood. So the bile products are getting extracted from the body through feces, and those blood products are getting extracted from the body by kidney as urine. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay. Now we will have a brief discussion of carbohydrate, protein, and fat and their digestion. So, digestion of carbohydrates. Digestion of carbohydrates takes place somewhat from mouth only. So, what happens? Mechanical digestion plus chemical digestion takes place in mouth only. The enzyme salivary amylase. Now, here see, amylase is also an enzyme. Or Tyline breaks polysaccharides into disaccharides. So now polysaccharides, disaccharides, and monosaccharides are the forms of carbohydrate. Monosaccharides are simple form, disaccharides having two molecule of carbohydrate, two molecule of glucose or monosaccharide, and polysaccharides having more than two molecules of glucose or monosaccharide. So polysaccharide is a complex form of carbohydrate, and monosaccharide is the simplest form of carbohydrate. So what happens? Salivary amylase or tyline breaks polysaccharides. Those which are polysaccharides, those polysaccharides are broken down into disaccharides in mouth only. Just for example, as like starch is a polysaccharide, and that starch is broken down into maltose plus dextrine. So maltose and dextrine, these are two disaccharides. You don't have to remember all these names. You just need to know the concept. Like carbohydrate is a nutrient, and that is getting digested in the mouth initially. Then the low pH in stomach inactivates salivary amylase. So the salivary amylase is an enzyme which is produced by salivary gland. So these this food is getting mixed with saliva and these enzymes, and they are starting digestion process, but it will make it action, or the action of salivary amylase will be up to that time only, till when it is not reaching stomach. Till when the bolus is not reaching stomach, up to that time only the salivary amylase can work. And when it is reaching to stomach is highly acidic. That is why low pH. So in that environment of highly acidic environment, now salivary amylase cannot work. It will stop working, and the further process of digestion will start. Then chemical digestion takes place in small intestine of carbohydrate. Pancreatic amylase is secreted from pancreas into small intestine. The enzyme pancreatic amylase breaks starch into smaller polysaccharides in duodenum. Digestion is done by enzymes produced by enterocytes, the cells lining the small intestine. Okay. Now you can see here how, just a minute. Now you can see here how Disaccharides are converted into monosaccharides like sucrose, maltose, and lactose. These three are example of disaccharides. Now, if they break down, then into what they are breaking down means if sucrose is breaking down, then it will convert into glucose plus fructose. Fructose is a carbohydrate. Fructose is a sugar present in fruits. That is why fructose. Now, uh, if two glucose molecules are combined, then it will produce maltose. Okay, so if maltose is breaking down, it will break down into two glucose molecules. And if one glucose molecule is combined with galactose, then it will make lactose. Okay, so if lactose is breaking down, then it will produce one glucose molecule and one galactose molecule. So these are the divisions of this disaccharides. Like we remember these things as we remember disaccharides as sulema. Su for sucrose, Le for lactose, and Ma for maltose. Sulema is disaccharide. Sucrose, lactose, maltose. So sucrose is made by glucose and fructose. Lactose is made by glucose plus galactose, and maltose is made by glucose plus glucose. Now, by the end of this process of enzymatic digestion, we left with three monosaccharides: glucose, fructose, and galactose. So these are the monosaccharides, which are the products of disaccharides. These can now be absorbed across the villi of small intestine and into bloodstream to be transported into liver. Okay. Now the carbohydrates now are in the form of monosaccharides. Now these monosaccharides can be absorbed by villi. So villi are absorbing this monosaccharide and they are transporting it to liver via bloodstream. Is it clear? The concept of carbohydrate digestion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is digestion of protein. Although I hope you will learn all this concept in diet and nutrition. I hope so. I don't know. So, digestion of protein. So, digestion of protein is also started in mouth only. So, obviously, mechanical process by chewing and mechanical plus chemical process in stomach. The stomach releases gastric juices containing hydrochloric acid that activates enzyme pepsin, which initiate the chemical digestion of protein by converting protein that break peptide bond and convert large polypeptide into smaller polypeptide. Okay, so protein is being digested by hydrochloric acid. We all know stomach produces hydrochloric acid, which is highly acidic. So this hydrochloric acid breaks down polypeptides into smaller polypeptides. Now, in small intestine, two major pancreatic enzymes that digest protein in small intestine are chymotrypsin and trypsin. So don't get confused or don't fear about these terminologies. Just get the concept. I am telling you, just get the concept. Like protein is being firstly digested by hydrochloric acid, then in small intestine enzymes like trypsin and chymotrypsin are again breaking down those smaller polypeptides. Now trypsin activates other protein digesting enzyme called protease, and together these enzymes break protein down to tripeptides, dipeptides, and individual amino acids. So just remember that final product of protein is amino acid. Okay, as like we have get final product of carbohydrate is monosaccharide or glucose. Like that only, final product or simplest form of protein is amino acid. And this is a very important question. Okay, final product of protein is amino acid. Now, you can see here it is already described in 2 lines. Polypeptide, that is protein. Then they divided into dipeptide or dipeptide and tripeptide. Then they are digested in small intestine by trypsin and enzymes. Then they are converted by protease in the form of amino acid. Now here you can see protease is also an example of enzyme. Okay, so once the tripeptides and dipeptides are all broken down to single amino acids which are absorbed into bloodstream by release of small intestine. Okay, so very simple concept. When the carbohydrate, protein, and fat is coming to small intestine in their simplest form, then they can be absorbed by release and they are mixed with bloodstream from small intestine and they are going to their target site. Is it clear the digestion of protein?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we will conclude the digestion of fat. So in small intestine, bile from liver contains bile salt that emulsify fat. Pancreatic lipase or produced by pancreas converts emulsified fat into fatty acid and glycerol. So here glycerol is the byproduct as these pancreatic lipase is breaking down fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Now, fatty acid is the simplest form of fat. Okay, so fatty acid can be absorbed by release in small intestine. Okay, so here comes an end of basic and digestion. And if it's clear, you can ask questions anytime.
Ma'am, how many more systems are left, ma'am, to study?
Okay, so systems are almost 11 systems are there in our body, so we have to learn all those 11 systems. And just imagine it's just over right now. We have just covered skeletal system, muscular system, and then we have concluded to the digestive system. So 8 more systems are there. We have a long journey. Don't worry, we will be together.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So any confusion, any doubt, any question?
No, ma'am, we'll go to the slide and come back.
Okay. So we should conclude the class with clear. Okay. Sit your spine. Inhale deep, long. Fill up your abdomen. Fill up your lungs with air. And completely get all the air. Once again, inhale deep and long. Fill your body and mind with energy. Feel that you're physically active and relax with exhalation. Feel that you're mentally relaxed. So, when you're physically active and mentally relaxed at the same time, no one can stop you from doing anything. So, once again, inhale and feel that you're physically active. Exhale and feel that you're mentally relaxed. All the concept we have learned today has fixed in your brain. It will never go out. Inhale the positivity, inhale the energy of environment, inhale the morning freshness. Exhale all the lethargy, exhale all the negativity, exhale all the toxins of your body and mind. Once again, inhale deep and long and up Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest and start the prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now rub your palms. Put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth. Feel the energy. And open your eyes with a great smile on your face. Start off the day with great energy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am.
Thank you.